Hello, you stupid babies. But don't worry, stupid babies need the most attention. I'm Spencer J. Gilbert. That's Joe Starr, Danielle, Dan. We're here to talk about speed. Give me speed, yeah! Hopefully you've just seen the honest trailer for Speed. We're going to talk about our thought process, as it was.
Laughing about stupid
going
babies.
into... I'll start every video like that. Doesn't matter what show. And if you stick around to the end, there'll be some deleted scenes that didn't make it into the final cut of Speed. In my opinion, a great film.
Yep.
As far as action movies go, it is all I want, nothing more, nothing less.
It is of its time.
Is it of its
amazingly, brilliantly, along with The Rock and Con Air and a few others. Just like, it could never have been made any time but in the mid-90s.
No, like a mid-budget, very simple, constrained premise. I remember Lon was saying, like, if this were made today, like the entire world would somehow be at stake if the bus blew up.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
it's just like 12 people on
It'd
the
be
bus.
like the bus going to the UN or something.
There would definitely be someone on a computer, like remotely helping. What other modern tropes can we throw
There'd
in
be
there?
a mole.
Yeah.
He'd
Yes.
be working with someone on the inside.
Yeah.
So like Jeff Daniels or somebody would have been a
Yep.
traitor. There would
that was originally in the script.
Really?
Somebody, I think it was Jeff Daniels or somebody is like somebody you thought was dead turns out to be the guy, and what's his name was just
Howard Payne.
Howard Payne was working with him. He was like a step to
was
get
the
to the real
patsy.
It would have been a cover for something. It would have been a distraction to cover up the real crime. Like there would have been 14 layers of complication added to it instead of
The
like,
real
no.
crime is that someone is taking control of the world's weather satellites.
Yes. And they would have built into the premise that this was going to expand to the boat universe rather than
Yes.
just being caught flat-footed and be like, well, shit, what else can go fast?
Yes, most-
They would have built that in from the beginning.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe just throughout the movie popping in and being like, do you think this bus is the only fast thing in the world?
For some reason,
Let me show you this gallery.
when you said Russell Crowe, my head went to Russell Brand, and I like him
fine with that too.
being the Nick Fury of the Speed universe. What if this other craft got to slow down? Wouldn't
He's
that
just-
be mental?
He's just in a mesh midriff. Just like, oi!
If this dirigible floats less than 4 knots an hour, it's going to explode, innit?
Why does he sound like that?
That's not Russell Brand. I'm sorry.
No, that's so Russell Brand. That's incredible.
I was more asking the universe why he sounds like that, not you why your impression sounds like that.
Sure.
That was pretty perfect.
No, I'm a fan. I like him.
We do the rest of the commentary like that.
All right. No, that's enough of that. Fast speed thoughts.
Speed thoughts. Bus goes really fast. It's a charming movie. Like it isn't trying to be what it's not. There's a bus. You gotta stop the bus. There's no.
Don't stop the bus.
Or you gotta stop the bomb on the bus. It's not. It doesn't want to be anything else. It's not trying to sell me something, which I guess I've also gotten used to. There's not like product placement or anything. They're not like speeding by billboards for Coke.
Yes, cans. All those cans would have been Bud Light.
Yeah, all Bud Light. And then Mark
It's just
Wahlberg
delicious cans.
Mark Wahlberg would have picked one up and jerked out of it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
This is
man.
one of my first. We were discussing. It's one of my first rated R movies.
Yes.
I was 11
Same.
when this movie came out. I was on a very strict no R-rated movies regiment, and
They rot your
this
brain.
was one of the ones that my mom watched and declared okay for me
Awesome.
to consume as I was a growing lad. And so there was dirty words, naughty words.
There's
They said
some
the F
dirty
word
words.
in this. So yeah, this is one of my first rated R movies.
This is one of my first VHS tapes. Watched it all the time.
Yeah.
You know when he's going down the elevator, he's like, "Tell me again why I took this job," and he does the blah 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 cheap gold watch, and he just goes, "Cool." That we used to say that all the time, like
Cool.
dismissively, like. And then when I saw John Oliver do it for the first time on Last Weekend Tonight, when he goes "cool" into the camera, we were like, "Oh my God, he Keanu'd."
You think that was a speed?
No, but for us it
The
was a
word
speed
cool.
reference because growing up we did that dismissive "cool" because of speed all the time.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's canon for me that it's just that he's that much of a Speed fan.
Yeah, yeah, that is new headcanon. John Oliver
A huge Speed
loves
fan.
speed. Yeah, this
Every
movie's
time he
awesome.
says cool, he's thinking of Speed.
Oh, yeah.
Just like me. Let's watch our honest trailer for Speed.
This summer, we're getting honest about summer blockbusters, past and present. This
You guys
is
hear anything?
Honest
I can't hear
Not
anything.
even a little
I'm
bit.
just
No
gonna
sound.
pretend.
That's fine. We wrote it. Oh, there it is. Nice.
All right.
That's fine.
Good save, JT.
From Disney, and the guy who
That's
shot
Disney. I
Die
feel like we could
Hard
start a lot of trailers
comes
with from
three
Disney
action
now.
scenes
Yeah.
stacked on top of each other under a trench coat.
Yeah,
pretending
good for our
to
editors
be a
for
movie.
giving that a shot.
Speed. Somewhere in Los Angeles, there's a bomb on a bus, and if it slows down, it will explode.
If it drops below 50, it blows up.
Exactly.
If we slow down, it'll blow.
Yes,
The city bus is quick to explode if it slows down.
it's not that
You
complicated.
need reminding, you know?
We know.
You tell that wildcat behind the wheel not to slow down, though.
It's called Speed. We get it, okay? Moving on.
We went
Pause.
over the rules.
I think the simplicity of the movie, that was the trade-off. Is you do need to underline every 5 minutes just how seriously vital it is that this bus not slow down below 50, despite the fact that it clearly does.
We got it.
Yeah.
On multiple occasions.
Yeah, I mean, for this guy's MO, it's like actually a pretty complicated bombing plot compared to his last one in the elevators, which was just like, give me the money or I'll blow up this elevator. This one's kind of like, it relies on a lot of guesswork and luck and people being on the bus
Yeah.
at that
And yet
time.
it took us a shorter amount of time to plan. Substantially.
Right. Yeah, he throws out some line like that elevator job took me years.
6 years, I think?
years.
Yeah.
And then it's like, maybe a month later? I don't
Yeah,
know.
He had
6 weeks
He had
maybe.
this ready to go.
My thought is this one's completely personal. This one's not actually about the money. He's very mad at Keanu Reeves, and revenge can motivate you to do some quick thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly not about the money because he blows up his own house.
Yeah.
Which in, I assume, Southern California.
Didn't
which-
someone
The
Zillow
housing
it or
market was
something?
very different back then, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know, 96. Like he could have gotten I mean, this movie does suffer from 90s deflation, where he's like $3 million.
Dollars.
Like,
He was very upset when that die pack blew up, though.
yeah,
Because he was like,
Yeah.
My money!
so it was a
That's
little
fair.
bit about the money.
That's fair. That's completely
yeah,
fair.
definitely. But just sell the house, you know. It's fine.
But yeah, this is definitely not a movie where a key piece of information is told to you, like in a Fellowship of the Ring way, and then the character superimposes and says it again in a key moment at the end. This is a movie where someone just says it out loud every other
Repeat.
sentence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate and respect that. I appreciate that.
I like that.
I
Appreciation.
expect that.
I recognize it.
Meet LA cop Jack Traven. He's young, dumb, and full of gum.
Hopefully you got that Point Break reference.
Jack and his partner may be the dumber halves of their comedy duos.
Pause.
There it is.
We discussed this more than you'd think.
Yep.
Were Keanu and Jeff Daniels the dumber of the two
I think-
dumb duos?
Well, then we discussed that there's multiple types of intelligence.
Yeah, there's different kinds of intelligence.
EQ, and but just colloquially, I think that Ted is the dumber one of Bill and Ted,
I can get on board with that.
and Harry and Lloyd.
But Harry and Lloyd is Lloyd is so dumb.
I put Lloyd a little ahead because he's driven and focused.
And his plans are not good, but he at least knows like what a plan is and maybe to have one.
Where Harry just drifts and poops a lot.
which was Lloyd's great plan.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Lloyd did. That's true. Lloyd
He's a-
was smart enough to
He's a strategist.
come up with the diarrhea plan, which
He
is
sold the dead bird. He thought of
the
that.
sand?
Yeah.
He's the little finger of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
That's true.
Justice
You're
for
right.
Lloyd.
He's
Lloyd
making
is
moves.
the plan. He is the plotter of
Like
the
it
two
or
of
not,
them.
Harry's just the sheepdog, trotting
right.
along next to him.
I did not think about that. Yeah, I concede. I concede that Harry is the dumber.
Lloyd
Is dumber.
thought ahead to bring 2 pairs of gloves.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
You're right. I concede.
They're the dumber
We've
of their duos.
conclusively decided that Lloyd is dumb.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Harry
there's
is dumber.
Canon.
You heard it here first. All right, keep going.
Update the
But
wiki.
now they explode with rage whenever they're outsmarted.
Happens all the time on a bus.
Just explode.
It does actually.
Yeah, he really does.
They're up against Howard Payne, one of the great phone-based villains of the 90s.
I got your
Renaissance.
attention now, didn't I, Jack?
You've probably got no f***ing idea what I'm talking about.
This is bullshit.
Do you have any idea what I've done?
You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish.
That was unpleasant. Don't let it happen again.
Dennis Hopper thrills as the Joker without the makeup. In such a convincing madman performance, you won't even question why he holds the phone all weird. Sure, a bomb injured his left hand, but it made his right ear go deaf? Next, you're gonna tell me cars don't fly.
Talk about the hand thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we said it. We said it. We'll stand by it.
Pause. Yeah,
It's weird.
I've wondered this from the 11-year-old me, happy that he could watch an R-rated movie. Why does he hold the phone across his body like this instead of just? Is it because it's more interesting? It looks cool. I think is the
My
answer,
bigger
right?
question is, why didn't it catch on? Why
Yeah,
weren't more
that's a good
people
point.
doing the pain when
They
they
do
answered the
this.
phone?
Did
Yeah.
everybody do the pain?
Yeah.
Everybody do the pain.
Like-
you take your arm, go across your body, put your phone up to your ear.
Hashtag pain and
Like
get
Riker
it trending, people.
Riker got the backwards seat.
Yeah.
Why didn't the pain phone pick up?
Maybe it's because of all those other movies that he saw. Dennis Hopper saw
Wants to put his own spin on it.
Malkovich doing this.
Wanna do something
and-
different.
and he's like, I'm doing this.
He's crazy. Yeah, I think that it was. I don't know if it was a quirk just to make him seem more unpredictable or like unhinged, but I think that or it was just like a script supervisor messing up because obviously he was injured, probably by a bomb. He worked on the bomb squad. He had burn scars. But if you blow up, your hand explodes. This ear goes deaf, not this one.
Unless he was doing this.
Unless he
Might have been.
Maybe. But then
you
you think his ear would be.
Do you think it was it could have been the turn?
What?
No, not the bomb. Not the bomb.
Do we see him on the phone before that?
before?
Because I'm like, maybe that's just how Dennis Hopper uses the phone, and everyone was like, "Are you gonna tell Dennis Hopper that's weird?"
There's some kind of a phone booth scene in Easy Rider where he's just like, "Hey man, what's
Yeah.
up?" And we just never knew.
Let's can some intrepid viewer see if Dennis Hopper has used the phone weird in any of his other films? Please get back to us. Thank
Yes.
you. Keep going.
Very important to us.
Climb aboard a bus full of people who either just found out they're going to die, or that's just how everyone looks when they're on a bus.
I
Pause.
fact check this with famous bus patron Joe Starr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, Danielle. Yes.
Yeah, that's how we look.
Yeah.
Just resigned.
There's literally, like, honestly, it reminds me of the same way when people are like, I wish you guys would do some behind the scenes of when you write your trailers, and it's like, no, we're all very quiet and we just stare at our monitors. Like, this movie should be so quiet, no matter what's happening.
Yeah.
Because no one on public transit ever acknowledges anything. Anything. A man got on a bus in San Francisco with us once and just dropped his pants, started peeing, spinning around with his arms outstretched and yelling helicopter, and no one said a word. No one would even look at him.
Surely they said stop.
No.
Or ew.
No, everyone was just like,
gross.
stoically took
everyone
the pee.
just went,
Yeah, you just don't look. You don't make eye
I just
contact.
hope you don't get peed on. And this movie should be so quiet. No banter, no cheering, no sadness when that lady blows up, no nothing.
That should have been
Just
the,
waiting for their stop.
the third one. Should have been
No eye
pee,
contact.
and it's just the story of that guy.
Sandra Bullock should have had no lines, Danielle.
No lines. I had someone on the bus the other day try to correct my posture. This like very nice lady, and I was like, "You trying to F? Why are we talking right now?"
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yes, also a pre-cell phone era, so you had to be more creative about not talking to each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, interesting stuff. But there you go, bus riders. We did you justice. That's what you look like.
Everyone looks when they're on a bus.
I just love the timing with bringing her into the shot
Rev your
with that music.
engines as Sandra Bullock goes from that girl in Demolition Man to America's
Underrated movie.
sweetheart. All thanks to Halle Berry for passing on the role. And Ellen DeGeneres too? That would have been weird.
Do you ever thank me for your career? I know you feel.
Sandy will
Pause.
shine.
Cannot picture that even slightly.
Not even a
like I can
little.
picture Halle Berry.
Yeah.
I cannot picture Ellen DeGeneres unless you completely rewrite the role and she's just a goofy weirdo.
That's my question: is did they rewrite the role once they cast Sandra Bullock? Because Ellen, like '90s Ellen, like quirky comedian Ellen, would work for the LA-ness of it all, but only if she were just another Cameron type kooky kind of person on a bus. But I don't know if I could see the romance angle.
Yeah, from what I was
had
reading,
a romantic comedy. It was not good.
Mr. Wrong.
Mr. Wrong. Yeah.
Didn't work.
What's his name? Keanu was supposed to be more of a traditional, like, spouting one-liners, more like macho type character, and Halle Berry was supposed to be a ambulance driver, like a paramedic or something like that, who happened to be on the bus. So like it would make sense why she would drive the bus real good. But the screenwriter wanted somebody to play off of Keanu's like gung-ho alpha dog seriousness, like to be the comic relief, to be like his wisecracking sidekick. But I think that Joss was like, no, let's play the realism of this
of this quick bus.
This movie was one of the ones that's like was being rewritten. Like the subway stuff is all a late stage rewrite. If you might
That's
be able
a
to
fourth
tell.
act.
And
That's
it's like
that's a fourth act.
Yeah, they were supposed to be like driving around the Hollywood sign or something like that. It never got.
Can't get up
The
there.
roads, it's treacherous. You can't get up there at 50
It never
miles
got
an
off
hour.
the bus. The whole film. So yeah, lots of rewrites.
Can't get up there at 5 miles an hour.
No,
You can't even walk up there.
Yeah.
But imagine it jumping the Hollywood sign, just catching air
That would've
off the
been
back
awesome.
of the Hollywood Hills and just.
They do like an alt history rewrite where Hollywood Land is still there and the bus is what knocks over land.
Or they Thelma and Louise it and it just freeze frames or something.
Yes,
like that.
into that. Yep.
Yeah.
Or a narrator comes on, he's like, that Keanu.
Sure is in a lick of trouble.
What that Keanu gonna do now?
Keep going.
As a woman who does her best to keep the bus above 50 while keeping the chemistry above 0 with the human equivalent of a Zen rock garden. I don't care what the speedometer says. There's no way the bus is doing more than 30 tops. And I am so much smarter than this
Pretty
bus.
slow.
It's going slow.
Which
We saw
isn't
the
really
OJ
saying
chase.
much.
That's about 30.
Go home, have some sex.
Forget the romance. This film is all about the action. And you know things are gonna go fast. But when things get in the way of going
Hey, it's me.
fast,
Oh, Danielle's the carriage.
the only solution is for
Unfortunately
those
not full of
things to
cans.
go faster.
I'm a human woman.
pedal, floor it.
What?
Floor it. I'm gonna speed it up. Make it jump the track.
That's your answer to everything.
Jack?
Is any of this possible? No. But also, shut up. This is speed, not gravity.
Out of context, that looks dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
In
dumb,
context,
too.
that was like, wow.
So ride along
That's
for a simple
some
action
impressive
blockbuster that
posing.
just plain works, thanks to its likable stars, snappy dialogue from an uncredited Joss Whedon,
We're at the airport. Yeah, so? I already seen the airport.
and a build and release of tension that's so masterful, even the victims on the bus are caught up in the fun.
I mean, they're the audience. They're the Greek choir,
Stop
chorus.
cheering.
Chorus.
We're all gonna die. And even if you don't, you're still on a bus.
We might return to this music cue in the future.
Pretty great.
That's better. Starring John Quick, Dennis the Menace, Bird Bus. Sometimes I doubt your commitment to sparkle motion.
Hopefully, you get the Donnie Darko
Buses move
reference.
pretty fast. If you stop and look around once in a while, you'll explode. 90s gizmos. 90s dancing? Is this
is
really
bizarre.
how anyone has danced?
You never did the
like,
backwards
ever?
windmill?
And whatever joke, let's us play the Dumb and Dumber diarrhea clip.
Heck yeah.
Pause.
It's so good.
Give the man
I
an
have
Oscar.
to cop to suggesting this based off of an old SNL sketch.
The Chris Farley Show.
The Chris Farley Show. Jeff Daniels. Was it the Chris Farley Show? I think it might have been a different sketch because I just remember Jeff Daniels was
Oh,
the
it was
guest.
like an Inside the Actor Studio
It was like
kind
an
of thing.
Inside the Actor Studio thing.
They just kept playing
and
this.
they would cue up the clip and they'd be like, "Let's talk about Starman. I think we have a clip." Every time they would just show
That's great.
They would show that clip and Jeff Daniels was just like, "Can you? There's another He's like, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Here's a clip of Jeff Daniels from the Fabulous Baker Boys." And then it just
Didn't that really happen as a news blooper? Somebody who was like, I quit, or it was a genuine mistake that showed up on CNN or something like that.
Very
I
possible.
I remember hearing that.
It's a funny clip.
It works anytime, anywhere.
But I personally keep suggesting it because that is yet another. You were talking, Spencer, about how you don't know where the Simpsons quotes end, and I don't know where SNL sketches end, and my sense of humor begins because that's one of my favorite lost SNL sketches. So credit where credit is due, so we don't have to go to court like Conan. I drew inspiration from that bit, and always suggesting the Dumb and Dumber Diary.
Well, I think there's never a bad time to play.
It always plays.
There's really no bad
glad
time.
we did.
To play
No,
the Dumb and Dumber
never.
Diary.
Literally never.
No.
Yeah, it's our new Alan.
The triple DC.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Endgame spoilers?
Well,
we'll
for
see.
the trailer.
We'll see.
Okay.
He didn't go away till the trailer for Infinity War, so
People in the staff did return.
Yeah.
But,
So-
they've changed.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now
Anyways,
his dinosaur friends are older.
keep going.
Mr. Woe's Wild Ride.
Interactive TV, Jack. Wave of the future. Ha ha ha. Huh?
It's called YouTube, Mr. Hopper, and you're on it.
I will never get tired of that stupid gag.
No, that's great. We won't. Let's see some deleted scenes. Roll right in.
An elephant never forgets.
Sure, a bomb injured his left hand, but it made his right ear go deaf. I think it's just because he's crazy.
Poor people are crazy, Jack. I'm eccentric.
Okay, eccentric. Whatever, Hops. While keeping the chemistry above zero with the human equivalent of a Zen rock garden. What would they even talk about? Probably gum.
Pause. I heard a theory that the reason Keanu Reeves is a popular actor is because he has such a blank expression on his face that he's like
An audience surrogate?
like a stick
Yeah.
figure that people can easily implant themselves
Yeah, you can
within
just
the face of a Keanu.
I think he's just calming.
By being like unemotive, he's like a blank slate that you can then become the protagonist more easily.
I think there's like a charm to his zenness.
Yeah, I think he's just a likable guy.
Yeah.
He's often not a particularly strong actor, and yet he's had great success, and I think people root for him because it's like, here's a guy, maybe sometimes a little out of his depth, and yet I like him.
Yeah.
Just sheer charisma.
Yeah.
Also very attractive. I mean, I feel like we can't discount that.
That's fair. That's perfectly fair.
Also incredibly attractive.
He's great in the John Wick movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he's really, like, legitimately good. But
I do think that detached or cool characters play to his strengths
yes,
more
definitely.
so than the more gutsy, involved character moments. Like the rage stuff, even in this movie, is a little like,
But he's
I'm so mad.
but he's great as Ted. Like not like, oh, he's just being himself. Like, no, he's got good comic timing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good, like the scene where he's just like, "There's everything I learned in your class, like Napoleon, Joan of Arc, and Socratic method." Like he's obviously scanning the board behind when they didn't telegraph every joke, and then would just come to a thing that like a close up of Socratic method to show you that like because people think we're
He's
stupid
good at
now.
taking base Keanu and then adding one or two things on top of it to make a character. Like even Neo is like base Keanu plus overwhelmed and in awe
Yeah.
of what's happening around him.
It's an open-faced Keanu sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want base Keanu bread, little meat, little lettuce.
Yeah, who doesn't like a sandwich?
He got chewed up and spit out. Everyone laughed at him. Like, this is post-Dracula, where everybody laughed at him. Everyone laughed at Keanu and said that he sucked.
They're all gonna
and,
laugh at
Yeah,
Keanu.
he was awful and he couldn't act. And what did he do? He came out and made one
Point
of the
Break.
biggest surprise action movies of all time, like in '94. And
But
then
Point Break was like a year before, maybe two.
well, yeah, but I think I want to say Dracula was after Point Break.
Oh,
I
wow.
could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
sure
it's like,
it was.
yeah, like post Dracula was like he's a laughing stock, and he came out and he did this movie, and it was great, and everyone loved it, and they like Keanu. They root for him. I root for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna speed it up.
He's my Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah.
He always will be.
Chain reaction,
Yeah.
right?
Keep going. Right?
On a motorcycle with Morgan Freeman, right?
Jack in the Bus. Chewy. Point No Brakes. Not So Easy Rider. The Muni Bomber.
a San Francisco
Apocalypse
joke.
Kapow. Who has one thumb and loves explosions? This guy. Sandy Driver. Baby Driver. Demolition Woman. Annie Get Your Gum. The Fuse Room. And he'll keep bombing me. He'll keep bombing me. He'll make me feel guilty. This is ridiculous. Okay, I'll pay.
It's a very long in joke.
The bus that couldn't slow down.
That's a Simpsons joke.
Yeah.
I just want to see it in the titles. Anything else? No, that's it.
Well, guys,
well,
we did it.
Did we keep this commentary over 50 words per minute, or else it'll explode?
I think we did.
I think we did. I think we pulled it off.
Yeah.
We jumped the track.
Yeah. Quick, keep talking. Is there anything else you want to say about Speed?
Speed it up.
Oh man,
Jump the rails.
This movie. We gotta mention the score.
Oh,
Yeah.
One of the best.
dun, 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 Yeah, great.
So
score.
good.
It's great.
Yeah. That's
Also
score.
interchangeable with every other movie from the 1994 to 2001.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, a little
was
bit.
the
Yeah,
action
sure.
movie.
Dun, 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 that's Armageddon, and then dun 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 dun. That's Pirates of the Caribbean, and dun 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 dun. That's Speed. Yeah, it's and it's not even
That's
the
fair.
same composer. It's just that's
People
what
were into it.
music was in the 1990s.
man.
There
People
were
was
into
a bunch
it.
of dun dunts.
And then I will admit I've never seen Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Neither have I.
Never saw
I
it.
haven't either.
I saw it in theaters.
Wow.
What was it like, Danielle? Paint a picture.
You know how you're supposed to keep things above a certain miles per hour?
Yeah.
It felt like it was well below those miles per hour.
Sure.
It was Sandy Bullock tried her hardest. Jason Patrick was also there.
Yeah. Does she ever turn to the camera and go, "Not this again"?
Basically.
But then it's a nautical pun because knots are
Not
speed.
this
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, basically. She almost Jim faces, but not quite.
Yeah.
Tim's very close to Jim faces.
My favorite parts of Die Hard 2 was the fact that just Bruce Willis going, how can the same shit happen to the same guy twice?
You have to lampshade that because
You have
otherwise,
to.
Yeah.
the audience is going to say it otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, we'll give that a rewatch or a first watch.
Next
some
summer.
point off camera. Yeah, next summer. Next time Keanu Reeves does a thing. I guess this is presumably for Blockbuster Summer or John Wick 3.
John Wick,
maybe both.
I'm sure a lot of people are like, what, you did John Wick? This is way more fun for us than a trailer for John Wick 2.
I'll give you the honest trailer. John Wick 2. The action's pretty cool. Don't really care much for the assassination,
The high table?
economy,
Under the table, over the table?
dealings, pigeon, secret army. Like just kill the dog, have him kill everyone else.
Company
That's
grounds,
my
on company grounds,
personal preference.
excommunicado.
Starring.
This was so much more fun. I know John Wick Volume 2 would probably have gotten us, chapter whatever, would probably have gotten us more views, but this is so much more fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
We'll all be saying that on the streets.
But John Wick
In a
2,
year.
yeah.
But we had more fun. Too bad.
Too bad.
Here's the other point I'll make. On John Wick 2. Is there ever like awkward misunderstandings when he's talking to like the sommelier and stuff like that, where he's like, "And how about a Merlot or whatever?" And he's like, "Oh no, I meant a gun."
I meant a gun, sir.
Oh, we're all talking in code still? Oh no, I want like, is there really a one-to-one thing for like every silencer or every like little like coat, the tailor and stuff like that? There's a lot of assassin training goes into subtle lingo.
I think the miscommunication is the point of asking for the sommelier, where someone goes, "I need to speak to your sommelier," versus someone who's like, "I need to speak to a sommelier," and someone misunderstanding that and sending them to the gun person when they just wanted wine.
I'd like a bottle of wine.
And they're like,
Ooh.
"One moment, sir."
Hey, this isn't my cupcake Chardonnay.
That's where it comes in.
Yeah. John Wick 2, what else? Nah, it's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
It's really good.
Yeah.
What else? What else?
Pew, stab, slash.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like it.
Good choice to leave Ruby Rose mute. That she
Congrats on Catwoman.
in Triple X,
Or Batwoman.
after Triple X 5, Return of Xander's Rage, I think that I don't need
Return
to
of
see
Xander's Rage.
her in action roles any again. But she looks good in the bat costume, so we'll.
She can get it.
Confirmed.
You can get it.
Danielle said
confirmed.
it. That's been Honest Trailer Commentaries. You're not stupid babies if you made it through this far. You should know by now that was a Simpsons reference. And we'll see you next week for something pretty epic.
Yeah.
About as epic as we get on this show and this franchise, and it's not epic movie. You're welcome. See you then. Bye-bye.